Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 10 of Malt and Magic Campaign 2. It's been a day for us all here, so I think we're all a bit... But let's get into some D&D and see how everything goes. So we'll run down our standard list of thank you, shout-outs, and all of the above. So let's start with our virtual tabletop and mapping tools. Big shout-out to Incarnate, Albo Rodeo, and Dungeon Alchemist. We may see them Incarnate tonight. Little spoilers there. And then there are the character visuals, which are thanks to Hero Forge and of course our resident artist Stick, so thank you very much, Stick, as bot to jump in the channel there. Cool. What else have we got in there? A big shout out and thank you to the DM's tools that I use in the background, so Ksoon 5e Magic Shop, 2 Minutes Tools, the Thieves Guild, and World Anvil. So a lot of different tools that I'm using in the background there. Don't use them all the time, pop in and pop out, but there's some useful stuff in there for anybody that needs extra help as they're DMing. For the musical tracks that you hear, they are courtesy of Tabletop Audio and, of course, BattleBards, whom we are still affiliated with, and we are very close to the launch of 2.0 with BattleBards, so as I said, the minute that happens, we will be giving away a subscription. There are also other giveaways very, very soon to be happening. We are working on something in the background which is going to be custom solely for Malt and Magic. We've got crafters busy away crafting things and doing different things, so keep an eye out for that. We are going to set a milestone for that one, so it'll be reliant on us hitting a certain goal and then that giveaway will happen. So yes, thank you to BattleBards and keep your eye out for those things. Of course, if you want to keep your eyes out for things like giveaways and updates from us, then the best place to do so is on our social media channels, which you can see the links for at the bottom there. So Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, of course, and TikTok. So go check out those. And if you want to get even more interactive with us beyond the Twitch channel, beyond the social media channels, then please go join our Discord server as well. I have, as of this weekend, started to finally populate some campaign 1 homebrew feats, items, and different homebrews that we came up with into our followers channel. So if you want the chance to have a look at them even get some insight into what the players were working with in campaign 1, then you must first be following the channel, of course, and then join us in the Discord server, where you can go find all those goodies to then use in your home game or try and convince your own DM to use, or if you are DMing yourself, of course, you can go and use them to your heart's content. So yes, if you want to revisit our past episodes, of course, to figure out what those homebrews were doing, then please go check us out on the podcast, which is available on multiple platforms. So go check that out, and of course you can view us on YouTube as well. I think that's it for the general shout-outs and thank yous. The only other thing I mean to say is, or was meaning to say, was that there have been some updates to the Twitch channel as well, so it should be more in line with our Campaign 2 feel now. Any feedback on that, of course, send it our way. We'd love to hear it. And more things to come, ultimately. Lots more things to come. There'll be website changes, there'll be all sorts of things happening over the coming weeks and months as we get time to do so. But that is me for our intros, and so my usual warnings apply. We have most certainly got some adult language coming up and definitely some adult humour as well, so you have been warned. Let's roll.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Pretty good.
Doing good. Somehow made it just in time tonight, which was fantastic. So, literally, as we set off, he was there. So I suppose on that note, let's do our usual lineup. It's nice to see some of the Malt Magic t-shirts coming out as well. I know they've been popping up over the few weeks, so anniversary edition tonight for me and Dave. So cool. I am Matt. I am the Dungeon Master, as always, for most of our sessions, and some, as I say, existential form of cog. And that's cog, not cock. Cog.
Chat, calm down.
I mean, I know I'm a cock most of the time, but
Aren't we all? Especially last week, we were absolutely ridiculous. Hello, I'm Dave. And I play Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue.
Hello, I am Danny, and I play Lex Ordo, the UNT sorcerer, and I can confirm Matt is a cock.
disadvantage on the first roll.
I was rolling 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my.
Oh, and Samal's just frozen in a perfect smiley moment there. That's amazing. Can we screenshot that one? I want that one for future reference.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, we need that on a t-shirt.
We've already got that. That is well in there. Absolutely. We're just going to have it. You know, we just start doing accents, and we just put his face up, just like hello. Yes.
So
well, I think every time he's not here now, that needs to be the picture.
That's it. That's the one we're going to use. It's just that one, and maybe we just slowly draw like a mustache and stuff, and it just.
That's going to be the thumbnail for every YouTube episode from now until forever.
If Magic and Mort ever came back, that is what's going to be on there.
Yeah, there he is.
Because I could still hear everything that you guys were saying.
Busted.
We are in so much trouble.
Oh, sorry. Hello, my name is Samal, and I play Kirik Wispcut, definitely the least chaotic character of the group.
I think you mean Karsis, not Kirik.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
It's all that talk of campaign 1.
I'm not with it today, so that should be fun. I play Karsis Wispcut. Or do I? Maybe I'll just play Kirik today, and that'll be it.
Kirik's just going to wander in to bloody Zumkar. There we go. Why not?
I feel like Kirik and Lex would get on really well.
I think they'll be best buddies. I also feel like we need to go to Enoweth, right? Or Nylund, just so we can be in a room. We can go to Nylund, just so we're in a room and 3 of us play all 6 of us.
Yes.
Find out, have that conversation.
Oh man.
Because I would love Kirik
Where is
to
my
say something
pen?
really serious, and then somehow automatically has to switch to innuendo mode and make a sexual advance, and then switch back and not understand the sexual reference he's just made. And his head would explode.
I'll be down
With
for that.
Karsis.
I feel that I just give you a flavour what I have to deal with on most weeks. So.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's true.
And Samal has to deal with when he DMs, of course. So. Excellent. So, speaking of last week was the most chaotic episode of this campaign we have had so far, and I was all for it as I close Outlook because it's dinging in my ear. So, yes, it was amazing. We entered the city of Zumkar, having descended from our skyship travels across the sea, as things still continue to ding in my ear. Go away. There we go. That one's closed now. So yes, made our way across the sea from the city of Thalissa, and knowing we were going to have to stop off in Zumkar for a little while, docked into the skyport, and then made our way off the boat into the city itself. And immediately bought drugs.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually,
there was
you
nothing else that happened in between, just straight away bought some drugs.
Yeah.
D&D players,
It's not
man.
the worst thing that happened.
They were.
I know. It was not the worst thing that happened, let's be fair. There was a lot that happened during that episode. Made your way through the bazaars of Zumkar, spotted a few shops and stuff that you decided you'd come back and visit later, but with primarily making your way to the big, illustrious tavern, which was known as the Howling Raptor. Upon getting there, you were given a coin by Romeo, which was apparently the ticket into this somewhat private club of sorts. Made your way into the tavern, having shown the coin, got a private room, and was shown a bell, which Lex had a lot of fun with. Zara, the poor waitress, did not enjoy that one bit. So, yes, I think the bell was taken off Lex at some point. Check out the social media clips for more info on that one. So yes, you had a meal of some very, very fine food and drink. Definitely the most opulent you would find in Zumkar, unless you were to head even further into the city, up towards where some of the richer folk live, and towards the Emir's palace of sorts. Following that, decided to exit. You were then warned that Romeo needed to pay the tithe or he would lose entry into the Howling Raptor. And you then proceeded to wander around the bazaars, buying a few things. Found a pawn shop, thrift shop, whatever we want to call it. Again, all of the jokes came out. All of the jokes came out last week on that one. But before all of that, we went to the Sultan's Scribe and met a bookshop owner who was an elderly gentleman and got fed said drugs, and then lost his way. So we're not sure what happened to the poor shopkeeper. Don't know what happened to him there, but Karsis did do the honourable thing of closing the door and flicking the sign to close, so hopefully nobody went in there and nicked anything. It was at that moment then you were not accosted, but confronted by a few guards even, English.
I can word.
And they told you to stop making such a spectacle, and that if you wanted to get through this city without any undue attention, then you needed to pay a fine, or at least grease the palms of said guards. Valor from the ship then rescued you of sorts, or at least provided a welcome distraction for Jewel to then pilfer a coin purse and earn some serious money, which you then took off to the thrift shop, the pawn shop, which was the bazaar's gaze. I hope my mic's not popping, but let me know if it is. And from that, let me just adjust me levels. Yes, from the bazaar's gaze, you picked up a number of items. So we went through various different items within the shop. Karsis played an absolute blinder in terms of convincing the shop owner that a certain bag of coins was not what he wanted to hold on to.
This is cursed, and this is cursed. And
that was pretty much the conversation last week of that's cursed, you don't want that. That's cursed, you don't want that. So you got your items. And that's where we left it last week, having exited the bazaar's gaze and started to head, I believe, back towards the ship. But this is where we will pick it up, having gathered that bag of coins, which you all notice is quite heavy, or whoever's carrying it finds it reasonably
I got
heavy.
given the bag of soul coins. I got roasted at the classes last week. I currently have disadvantage on all of my checks. Thanks.
You do currently have disadvantage on all of your checks. It almost feels like your very soul has its weight on it. Thank you so much for the subscription stick. Love you. So yes, my band of adventurers and detectives then, what are we doing?
what are we doing?
Fuck knows.
Don't call
me. Is
it
like what time is it?
It's probably at this point, I'm going to say around mid-afternoon. You spent some serious time in the tavern, but arrived in the morning. So
okay. And how long? They said it was going to be a couple of hours, right? To
yes.
For the ship. Well, I think that was quite a nice endeavor. We had some food. We had some items. Perhaps we can go back, see what the situation is with the ship. What do you think?
Yes, I am quite happy with that. We got what I needed, and we have some food.
I do have to say though, this bag of coins is weighing heavy on me personally. It's what sort of coins are these?
Oh yeah, you're probably too good a person to carry those. They have the souls of people. Some individuals.
Sorry, what?
They have the what?
There's people trapped inside these?
Well, souls and essences of it, they have some use. If we ever come across devils, apparently they are the sort of thing that we can exchange. But you can only carry, well, individuals can only carry a certain amount, unless you're, well, evil. You can carry more, but
there must be at least 50 in here. How do we free these people that are trapped, or put their souls to rest?
I would tell you that when I open the. Because I can't remember.
I've read it on my inventory. Obviously, next time. Do you think? Is there anybody who would know?
Well, if I spend some time with it, I can probably find a way. But I also just thought they might have other usages. Why would someone put souls of people in coins? You know.
Unless these are all evildoers and they're trapped from doing more harm, or would they be innocent people?
I mean, they could be, although I would say that trapping a soul inside a coin is quite an evil thing to do itself. So I don't know. I don't know if you would only do that to bad people, or if you're a bad person yourself, then you might just do that for good people. You know, it's punishment.
It is not a very nice thing to know that we have them around us. Are you sure we would want to keep them with us?
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Cassis, why did you want to take these from the shop owner?
Well, they do have some magical properties that might, come in useful, I thought. And plus, if we have it, then evil people don't.
That is a very good point, and I am...
Yeah.
I am more inclined to... Yes. Let us keep these away from people. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I also thought that since souls of people, there might be a way with the coin or otherwise to maybe ask a question to the souls, and maybe if we find some souls that might be a little bit more involved with that type of thing that we're looking into.
Okay.
Maybe some questions that we can ask.
Either you're talking sense or you're very convincing. Either way, I'm coming around to the idea of keeping hold of these. Purely from the...
I'm definitely convincing, but I'm also talking sense.
Yeah. What do you think, Joel?
Yes, I say at the very least, let's get them to the ship. It is our temporary home for now, and we are going to have to, presumably we cannot. You're really struggling. We cannot carry these with us all the time, so they may well have to just stay on the ship and hope they do not fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, I feel like there's just the sheer amount of them is the problem. Maybe if we just had one each, we might feel less burdened by it. But I agree. Stop them falling into the wrong hands for sure. At least we can do some good with this impact, I suppose.
If I spend a little bit more time with them, maybe I'll be able to understand them a little bit more, and maybe there's a number that we can carry each other, but split them between ourselves too, so to speak.
Yes, then let's get it back to the ship. I suppose, from the sounds of it and what you said at the start, Cassis, if we handed these to someone, or handed one of these to someone, if they were able to just play with it, then we would know that they have not necessarily the best intentions.
That is very smart, actually.
It was only going from what you said. I do not know if, is this as black and white as I believe it to be? You hand it to a burglar and they are okay with it, or is it, more of, they accidentally slapped a child 3 years ago and they will be able to lift it. I don't know.
From what I'm saying, you have to be truly evil, right? So I suppose to test your theory, Jewel, take the bag, see what happens.
Okay. Grab the bag.
She's perfectly fine, can carry all of them. She's the big bad. She's evil.
From your description, you said, what was it? Something to do with your constitution modifier?
You can carry as many as your constitution score.
Cool.
Unless you're an evil creature.
Modifier.
And what happens if you can't then carry them?
Disadvantage.
So if you can't carry them all, you basically get disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Something you would probably feel then, as Lex has been struggling to carry.
As I say, you would feel you feel almost a weight on your very soul itself.
Do you not think these are made of more than lead? This is horrible. Have them back.
Well,
I do not want them.
At least we know you're not evil.
You could have just asked. But yes, I suppose. Oh, there we go. Excuse me, choking on my drink.
Have another one, Dave. Jesus. Just killing the whole cast off today.
Oh, apparently I can't even mime holding them.
Your constitution's fucked.
Yeah, my constitution modifier is apparently much worse than Jules. Good lord. Nearly taken down by a peanut. Yes, well, let us get these back to the ship. For sure.
Okay.
We certainly could
Turns
have...
out Cog can carry them no problem. Make of that what you will.
Just flies off.
True villain.
Yeah. Oh.
Back to the ship then.
To the ship.
Okay. So you wander back through the bazaars of Zumkar, and you still hear all those shouts, and sort of you can smell all the spices around. You see a wandering elderly shopkeeper at some point. Wandering scribes and stuff. Fantastic. And they just wander back into the bazaar somewhere, but you can see there is somebody just sort of following them, just shakes their head and runs off after them. As you approach back to the skyport or the docks, you see that Romeo is actually on the jetty, if you like, himself, and is in conversation with a young woman who appears about in her mid-20s or so with this. She's got a very petite build, very what looks like lithe or agile frame. Her skin the colour of sort of honey brown, and this thick black hair that is tied back in a braid behind her head. As you approach closer, you can see that Romeo himself has got a look of concern on his face, and they are deep in discussion. She is wearing these loose-fitting, flowing garments that are in vibrant shades of red, orange, and gold, all adorned with very intricate embroidery and beading, which gives you the impression that she is definitely one of the more affluent folks within Zumkar. She certainly comes from money or has money. As you get even closer and you sort of walk up the jetty, Romeo notices you and just goes, "Well, this might be your fortuitous timing, I think. My friends here were investigating things back where they're from. Maybe they can help you with Adira." And Adira is just going to turn to you. Adira is the female, sort of turns to look at you. "What can this ragtag bunch do to help me?"
based on your first impression, not a lot.
You speak with a certainty of sorts. Maybe I have misjudged. Forgive me, I am a dearer, and I came to Romeo because, well, I was due to do business with him, or at least my husband and I were due to do business with him this afternoon, but my husband is now missing.
I am sorry to hear this. Is there any foul play you see or may have done?
Yeah, what was the circumstances of his disappearance?
Well, all I know is that he wandered into the market this morning and has not been seen since.
He has not gone to a private bar for a drink?
I have been to his usual haunts. I have spoken to his usual acquaintances and colleagues. Nobody has seen him since he entered the bazaar this morning.
Have you noticed any strange behavior from him in recent days, or maybe like has he seemed lethargic, drained of energy, or has he had any weird markings on his skin?
I mean, he has his tattoos, if that's what you mean, but no, he has been his usual full of life self.
Okay.
We were, as I say, due to do business today, and well, Romeo was due to send some items for us over to a cruise. As had been agreed. This is another reason I must find him, but otherwise we are going to lose out on a significant sale.
What line of business are you and your husband in?
You are not... No, I suppose you wouldn't be. You are not familiar with Rashid's wonders. My husband is a trader in the rarest of artifacts, the most arcane.
Jules' eyes will
peek
peek up when she hears the rarest of artifacts, and then dulls rapidly when she hears arcane. Oh, God.
Cassus is doing exactly the opposite.
I don't suppose... Go on.
I was going to say her very almond-shaped eyes that are this rich, deep brown look at both Jewel and Cassis, and she's got a very shrewd look. There's this sense of almost strength and determination. You get she has figured out both that one of you has peaked up on the arcane note, and the other one has taken a more disgruntled view, so to speak. A mixed group, I see.
My apologies. Odira, is it? May I call you this?
Adira, yes.
I am simply not a fan of the arcane, especially if I do not know it. I do not know what I cannot trust.
Not only in magic items, but as I say, the rarest of artifacts.
And may I ask a blunt question? Are these rare artifacts legitimately sourced, or are they stolen?
My husband is an honest businessman. But that being said, we cannot always assess the validity of the progeny of such items in the history.
Yeah.
For the most
Just
part, we only buy from...
Suspects, so.
No, I appreciate this. We mostly only buy from known individuals, but when items of great repute even, or items that are very, very interesting, then we are sometimes bending the rules.
Jewel will turn to Romeo. Romeo, I suppose is the first question before we go any further and waste this lovely lady's time. Are you willing to stay a little longer for us to have a look, or do we need to be going? Is the only reason you are here is to pick this up?
Well, absolutely. It was the reason not only to charge, but pick this up for Rashid. We've got an open retainer with him that, yeah, in the same way that we transport items to Thalissa, we also ship stuff over to a cruise and beyond. So, yeah, look, Rashid's a personal friend, so if you're willing, I'm willing to stick around. I would like to see this solved and Rashid back with Adira here.
Obvious question, but what was the artifact in question?
Oh, well, my husband had kept this very close to his chest, but I was able to figure out that it was a sword of sorts. Some, I don't know, magical sword or historic.
Not the missing bloody curse sword from Campaign 1, is it?
If it isn't going to kill you. If that has a fucking gem in it.
The untouchable swordman is about to kill everybody.
Well then,
so they were designed to do.
I suppose, Romeo, if you are not going to leave without this artifact, and this is the whole reason why we are here, then I would say that, with your permission, Odira, you have the people that you need. Romeo, you have been extremely useful, and we cannot at all pay you back well enough for getting us out of our unique trouble that we are in. So I cannot speak of the other two, but I am happy to help on presumably perhaps a commission of your sale. Should we allow this to happen? I will not say any more.
I will. My husband is very dear to me, very, very dear to me, and this is our business, our only source of income. So if you find him, I am happy to let you have items from our collection as well as a significant sum of gold.
Then where do we start?
Sold.
Might I suggest you start in the bazaar where he went missing?
Speaking of
certainly
getting what you owed, Romeo, that restaurant, the Howling Raptor, you owe quite the tab. I suggest you pay that up.
Oh,
they were not best pleased.
Fuck, yeah, that must be what? 4 months overdue? Fuck. Well, I'll head there, because we don't want to lose that ticket. You guys figure this out. I'll leave Valor with the ship. Adira, if you want to go chill out with the crew, then feel free. I know you must be worried, but at least you know them and you'll feel safe with them.
Before you do, would you be able to give us a slightly more of a description of your husband, so we may be able to track him down and ask certain people? That is a question. Do you wish this to be kept on the low, that we do not start just asking any random person where he is?
We have nothing to hide, so if you need to ask around, then ask around.
Is he a well-known and popular man who people would have definitely seen?
Yes, he is known to many. He is one of the most wealthy merchants in the city.
Well, that brings trouble.
Call him a private collector of sorts. Yes, we have attracted a deal of trouble in the past.
From who?
Disgruntled buyers, people who want to steal magic items, all sorts. Cults, armies, you name it.
No repeat offenders, though, no? Just ad hoc.
My husband has a way with people. He tends to convince them one way or another. That's why it is so strange for him to have gone missing.
Well, we will head to the bazaar and try to get a little bit of information, maybe, about last people that saw them.
Yeah. Let's drop someone off of my quarters before we. I might want to drop someone off of my quarters before we go, because I'm still feeling a bit strange, guys.
You crack on. Adira, do you want to tell Jewel what Rashid looks like, or at least what he was dressed like this morning? I will head straight off to the Howling Raptor, and you crack on. As soon as you're done, let me know. I should be back by then, and well, hopefully Rashid will be back. I can deal with that business. I'll get you to a cruise as quick as I can. Free of charge this time.
dear, could you follow me? I think it would be very good if I can have a very basic sketch. If you describe him, then I would love to create this sort of sketch. I have I think it is the last piece of parchment that I own. I will happily use this and get some more. Could you follow me?
If it is parchment you need, then we will provide this for you as some recompense.
Thank you. So yeah, I would like to, or Jewel would like to try and sketch this out.
Okay. So Jewel takes Adira up onto the ship then, while Lex goes down to their quarters. Karsis, what are you doing at this time?
I will go with Lex.
Okay. So the two of you go down to the quarters to deposit soul coins and whatever else. We'll come back to that in a minute. So, Jewel, as you sit and chat with Adira then, she sort of waits for you to get parchment and your little inkwell out that you dip your claw into and begin to sort of make notes and sketch. So my Mercedes, he's beautiful. So beautiful. Such a handsome man. Middle-aged, not too much older than I am myself. Quite a rugged appearance. He has a very thick beard and these very piercing brown eyes that I fall into every time, but he always seems to scrutinize every single detail. It is amazing. This morning when he left, he was dressed in always his finest silk, embroidered golden threads, always one to show his wealth, as we both are, I guess.
If you have it, why not? I completely agree.
Maybe sometimes we should be less obvious with our wealth. We like to share it, do not get me wrong. We give our fair deal to as many of the vagrants as we can, despite what happens to them in the city. But
you and your husband have carved yourself a lovely slice of life, and you do not have to apologize to me.
Of course. So yes, as I said, quite muscular, thick beard, tattoos on both of his arms, long patterns in the Gildonian manner. He has a scar under his chin, just the only blemish on his face, just under his chin. A stray blade from the days he was a soldier. But yes, anything else?
I suppose I would have written some of these down, but also attempted to sketch him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Hopefully that's gone well.
Ooh, let's have a look, shall we?
Yeah, might as well throw a sketch in there. Why not?
Let's have a look. Maybe a performance check, please.
Sweet. A dirty 20.
You show Adira this sketch. You have quite the talent there.
It is, thank you. I try. I am attempting to...
No, this is very... I gave you, my view of my husband, and this is almost exactly what I see.
Your descriptions or your words were simply, another form of this painting.
I'm sorry, my dear, I did not get your name.
My name is Jewel. Jewel of Shadows.
And you, a jewel you are. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, no, not a problem. To help a friend and a friend of a friend. It is more than we would be happy to do. I apologize if we came across a little short, but we have our own problems. But we are happy to help.
Zumkar is no forgiver to strangers, so I know how it can be hard in the city, and, well, I don't know what you are traveling to or from, but wherever you go now, just for taking on this task, you have a friend in myself and my husband and our business.
That is very kind. I simply hope that we can actually do something to find him. So we will get straight on it. I have to say that I have not known the other two for overly long. However, we have become quite close, and I think that they are very good at what they do.
Very good. I hope so. It is best to stick together in a city like Zumkar. Easy to get lost, apparently.
Apparently, you are absolutely right. We shall keep that in mind. It is new to us. Perhaps you need to stay on the ship.
I will go and see Vala. It has been a long time since she and I enjoyed a drink.
That is great. We hope to see you soon with your husband.
I hope so too. Thank you, Jewel, and thank your friends as well. I will leave you to your investigations now. Azadira then leaves you. Karen?
That's it.
That was it. Cool. Zadira then leaves you and heads over to where Valar is stood by the helm of the ship. We join Lex and Karsis as they head down to their quarters. What are we doing?
I just want to store it in here. I can't take the weight of it, and if we get into an location, I don't want to be disadvantaged in any way. Do you think that's a good course of action?
Yeah, it's probably a good shout.
I'm thinking I'll put a magical alarm on the door as well, so if anybody enters my room, I'll know.
That is very, very cautious. I would still like to take maybe one or two with me, just enough that I'm not weighing on me, I suppose.
Okay. I trust your judgment, I suppose. And I'll give you a couple out of the bag. Do you think I need a couple too? I'm not totally comfortable with handling them, to be honest.
I mean, if you're not comfortable, then you might as well just leave them.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have I don't know. There's just something about it. I don't quite know what. Something about the coins.
You have good instincts. I think we should both trust them. Apart from that time you slept with the enemy, obviously. But, we're all allowed to lapse every now and again.
We still don't know if that's the case. I've seen you do some like alterations to your magic. You've been able to rapidly cast spells that, by my calculations and estimations, would have taken slightly longer. Is that something that's just innate to you, or?
I have a few tricks if my sleeve, if you know what I mean. I do have to cast a spell quickly. Even if it would take a longer time to cast it, I can cast it more quickly. I can make my spell aim better. So I suppose if it's a ranged spell attack, I can make it more likely to hit. I can increase the distance of my spell range as well, which is quite handy. Obviously, these are limited powers. I'm not fully attuned to using them, so it's a limited use for me at the moment. But I can also increase the targets of my attack, of my spell attacks if I wanted to as well, or my spells in general.
Impressive.
It's quite useful.
Well, I only ask because I got this, and I'm going to take a sort of like purple shard that I got from the vendor. This is something that seems to be only useful for individuals with your training and your abilities in the arcane.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm not sure how much you will like it, but I still thought I'd give you the chance.
Is it chaos magic?
Essentially, it allows... Well, kind of, but it essentially allows whenever you do those tricks with your magic, you can, if you want to, maybe have a little bit of an extra effect to your spells, or even maybe another, you just throw that out into the universe and see what the universe brings back. In desperate times, it might be useful. I'm just saying.
I'll take it and see. I'll judge for myself, I suppose. Thank you.
Right. And you can attune and train with it, and then if you don't like it, we can sell it. Apparently, it's very valuable. So
yeah, if I can train with it and learn about it, then I can bring balance to it. I'll see. Hopefully, anyway. And I will place the coin purse in my room, and I will cast alarm on the door, which lasts for 8 hours. And as we're walking back, I'll ask Cassis, I've noticed sometimes that you seem to put magic in your ring.
Lol.
So do you cast a spell into it, and then you can just release it whenever you want? Trying to be serious.
Carry on.
Yes, that is very much what it is. I mean, this item has it's something that comes from home. I was able to get it just before I left. It essentially allows you to put a certain amount of magic into it, and store it for later. At the moment, it's full because I spent last night and put a couple of potentially useful spells in it.
Okay. The reason I ask is, are you the only one who could store a spell in it, or could I potentially put a spell in it for you?
That is certainly something that can happen. You can, if you want to cast a spell into it, and then I could use it later. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's just something to bear in mind if you ever want to share some of my gift.
I'd like that very much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Joel has a sketch.
Yeah, let's get back. Time is of the essence.
I bet the gold is not going to be very good.
And either he's visiting a brothel and she doesn't know he visits brothels, because he's not been missing that long, to be fair, or it's as sinister as we think it is.
I meant the sketch wasn't going to be good, but yeah, well.
We'll go right, with not the situation. Right, okay.
Well, let's have a look.
Cool. So you ascend back up these stairs.
Jewel has opposable thumbs, right?
Yeah. Think cat, human, not large cat.
Yeah. It's basically all humanoid limbs apart from the legs do that whole reverse knee thing. And then, 5 digits on each hand. And panther head. Cool. So you ascend back up the stairs from your quarters onto the main deck, where you can see Jewel is just sat sort of putting an inkwell away and rolling up some parchment, placing it back in her bag.
Go ahead.
Yes, I have what I need. Are you ready to go?
I believe so, yeah.
Then let us head to the bazaar.
Sorry, Danny, do add Feywild Shard to your inventory.
Boom!
Oh yeah, Lex will love that.
I should have said that, yeah. That is going to be so good.
Maybe he's okay with it because it's the universe. There's balance everywhere.
That is how classes...
Fey magic definitely works with order and logic.
Fey magic is never unpredictable.
When was the last time you had a bad experience with Fey magic? Let's be honest.
Campaign 1.
I was going to say, have we had one that was? Let's just go into the Feywild. Let's find an anti-magic cone.
Oh, good stuff. Anyway, so you now descend from the skyport and the dock area and back into the bazaar, where you can still hear all these shouts, see these spices, you see your friend that saw you do the drugs, and various other stalls.
On the way, Jewel will also show both of Lex and Karsis what he looks like.
Excellent.
As this is the person we are looking for, I am happy to show this around and see if anyone is looking for him. I've seen him, sorry. But I suppose we will have to be somewhat wary about this. After all, the person or people who took him may well be here. On the way, and whilst we're looking, Joel is now looking out for anyone in similar garb to who she learnt a few bits from. So it's looking for presumably, probably someone kind of similar to the way that she's looking right now. But yeah, that's who she's looking out for.
Roll me a D100, please.
Yeah, okay. That was not what I was expecting, and I'm all here for it.
And the D20 out, ready to roll perception.
I mean, I don't know what this is, but 93.
93. Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, good lord. Watch this be dog shite. Absolute horseshit. 9.
9. Fantastic. So you look around. No one that matches that sort of description.
Cool. All right. Lex, Cassis, I have to admit, not entirely sure where we start apart from here in the bazaar. Any thoughts? Do we just go and ask people? Cassis, you did that very well a few hours ago.
Well, yeah, but I don't know who I should ask this time.
Okay, it is a start. What about?
Well, do we know what? Maybe we could find what locales the individual would go to, and then we ask if they've seen him, and then we track who was the last one.
Yes, but again, it is where do we start on that train? I am quite unsure as to who you would go and go to first. Perhaps also, if we know that we are looking for some, maybe we ask a few people for who we would need to go to if we were looking for some fancy artifacts, and maybe they can point us in the right direction and say, "Have you seen him around?"
Do you also think it might be worth... they did say some of their artifacts are sometimes stolen. I mean, given how rare and magical this artifact is from what you were saying, do you think it's worth investigating some maybe underground places he may have been taken hostage and they want the artifact to ransom his life? Would you have those sort of connections here?
That is entirely possible. However, I am currently unaware of anyone who may be able to help us in that area. But okay. I shall keep a lookout and... yes.
However, you spot the signs of like one of those sort of establishments, do you think?
Again, not something that I have seen as of yet, but there is a good chance that is outside of the bazaar. And would lead us away from where he was last seen. After all, Odira did say that they were last seen around here. So I would say, literally, let's try someone here and see where we go. He is apparently well known. So I hope that someone here has seen him.
Is there a shop here that would sell things that casters would identify as material components to spells?
As you look around, yes. Given the nature of the world, items and components are quite commonplace. So you look around and you see a number of different stalls that are actually selling various components. There's subtle components such as sort of the batshit type stuff, and various different simple things, pearls. You also see some stalls that are selling gemstones that are specifically either crushed into dust for certain spell components and those various things. There's probably 2 or 3 in your immediate vicinity, yes.
Casters will say, well, I believe then we should start by locales that would sell material components for the arcane. So I'm seeing a store here that has crushed gemstones. There seems to be quite something that someone with magical artifacts might look into.
Then let's go and ask. See if they have met. Then reason?
Yeah, we'll head to that one.
Was it Rashid? Was that his name?
Rashid and Adira.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll head to the one with crushed gemstones.
Okay.
Karsis, are you going to lead this? I suppose you know a little more about the arcane, or is that of not any use?
I'm happy to be in front, yeah.
Then by all means.
Okay. As you approach then this stall, you see a fairly middle-aged, edging on elderly tiefling woman. And she's wearing sort of these simple brown overalls that are over just sort of a simple leather outfit, if you like. And as you approach, hello. Can I help you?
Hi, yes. My name is Karsis. These are my companions. We're looking for an individual. We were charged by his wife to find him. Apparently, he's gone and disappeared today. His name is Rashid. We have a sketch of who it might be.
I show the sketch.
Okay, and you sorry, everybody knows Rashid, like one of the wealthiest merchants in Zumkar. How do you expect me to help you?
Did you see him today?
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Nice. That would be persuasion 16.
Well, I saw him wandering around the marketplace earlier. He stops by every now and again to pick up certain items and sometimes sell me some of the... I picked up this diamond today just from him, which I shall sell for a pretty penny, but I'm afraid that's all I've seen of him.
Could you perhaps tell us what direction you saw him going into?
Oh, yes, he was heading off towards in the direction of the scribe shop. I doubt he's gone in there. That's not really his sort of place, but he was heading along that way, so perhaps another merchant there has seen him. It's nice to see another of my kind, by the way. Welcome.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Or can I insult the shit out of that?
You may.
Are you inciting Karsis or?
Oh yeah, I was waiting for all that to be over to say, is she telling the truth? But that bit just jumped out. 18.
18. So she seems very inquisitive, Carsis.
There is a sort of like confusion and whiplash particularly at the mention of my kind. Yeah, you get the sense that it's something that Carsis is not used to hearing, and maybe like trying to come to terms with.
Cool. But she's very inquisitive. Cool. All right.
Tell me, my dear, where are you from? Looking so extravagant.
I spent I spent a lot of time in the Theresa. That's mostly where I've been.
Make me a deception check, please.
Yep, I will. Oh boy, yeah, not rolling well today. 7.
So, Alyssa. Interesting. Very well, my friend. Listen.
What about you? Where do you come from?
Myself. Well, I've been all over. One could say before I settled here. It's nice here. It's warm. I'm originally from East. Of here.
And so, if you don't mind me asking, were both your parents like us?
Sorry. Yes, both of them were. They were. Well, not much is said about, or in fact, I don't think I ever asked really. But I understand your reason for asking, of course. But yes, I had tiefling parents. Don't remember my grandparents, mind you. But yes. Small village between Gildorn and Nylin. And made my way over here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for helping us. We will.
If you need anything else, my dear, even if you have the look of someone who might be interested in some things I have to sell at any point, so if you need anything, then please do stop by.
Thank you. Yes, we might. You said village between Gildorn and...
Between Gildorn and Nylin, yes.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
0.
0. Very good. Fucking love this total dichotomy of what's gone on for some of our characters here.
Oh man.
Roll a 3 on the dice.
Very good. Cool. So this merchant sort of then starts to look towards somebody else who comes across and asks for some ruby dust and a few other gemstones and starts to barter with them and ply their trade. Where are we going next?
Do you mind if, while we're here, I buy a couple of components? I know we're detracted from the side quest a little bit, but is that okay?
Absolutely. If you need them, then stock up.
I just need some powdered silver and iron, if that's okay, madam.
Sorry, just one second. Let me just. Yes, my
Sorry
dear. That will be 4 silver. 4 silver for the lot, and that's fine. Fantastic. Thank you. Do enjoy. Yes,
you.
my friend. Sorry, you said powdered silver and.
Not. Or holy water, if you got it. Either or.
And sorry, how much are you looking for? Powdered silver, I have plenty of.
How much is it per? What do you do per gram? Per ounce? Per kilogram? What are we talking?
I can provide the poundage that you require. Obviously, a certain amount is consumed as you cast certain spells. So, how much is it that you're after?
Doesn't tell
you
me
know how to cast spells, right?
Yeah, I do know. I just I've not used this spell a lot of times, so just keep
Okay.
out of character. It doesn't tell me how much powdered silver I need, just that I need it.
Which spell are you looking at, just out of curiosity?
Protection from good and evil. Because I was reading when you was talking about components, I was like, shit, if I got any spells I need components, and that's the only spell I've got that needs components.
Very good.
Does it consume? Because if it doesn't consume, then
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
does
so that's the only
consume,
one where I can't use my arcane focus. Sorry, I should have been clearer. Yeah. So can I have a fuck ton of powdered silver?
Listen, I can give you... Let's say... I can give you £5 of powdered silver. That should be enough to see you for the next... Well, for the next time. And also, if you need holy water, I can provide... How many do I have here? 2, 4... 8 vials, if that's what you wish.
Perfect. How much will that cost?
Fantastic. I will call that an even gold. They're fairly easy to come by. And seeing as you are acquainted with my friend here, do you know what? Let's call it 8 silver. To save you having to go through the rigmarole that is the Zumkarian markets.
That's fine. I'm happy with the first price for 1 gold.
Oh, well, in which case, let me throw in the extra holy water vial. No.
Thank you. That is much appreciated.
You are welcome. And as I say, should you need anything else, please do come and visit again.
Must be nice seeing another tiefling, right? I looked the wrong way on camera.
I do not know, Lex. I have only met one.
Yeah, no, it is. It
Cool.
is. It is. It's nice.
Very good.
Not a lot of us around.
So you continue on then, and I'm assuming you're going to follow the direction that she's sent you
Yes.
in. So I'm going to ask somebody to roll me a straight d20, please.
Are we not helping
Go on,
each
Dave.
other?
Just roll me a straight d20.
Cock it.
Not how this one works.
Also, can I just say, it feels really weird to go to a shop and Matt saying, well, "We have a diamond," and my character being like, "Yeah, diamond."
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, it's like, which one of us is gonna buy that one, and then realise that no one gives a shit.
Yeah, there's things I can say in this campaign and just throw it out there. Just
Yeah.
Oh, love
There's
it.
like diamond. There's like diamonds everywhere in this campaign.
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely. You know, they're not hard to come by at all now. You know. I was just it's brilliant. Anyway, it was a 16 straight D20.
very good.
I like to think Kieran
Jewel,
set up a diamond mining business after he settled down after campaign 1.
Yep.
in Telmer next to the temple. It's just a mine now.
Using all the people who on the wrong side of the war as just basically like just like, well, it was your fault. You're in.
And his rehabilitation program was
Yeah.
sending all of the
Send
criminals
them all
down the
into
mine.
God.
And they call it a mine. Anyway, Jewel,
Yes.
as you now wander in that direction, you ask various different merchants. You come to a fruit and vegetable stand, actually, with a fairly elderly gentleman, once again, looks humanoid. You see the slightest of points, very, very slightest of points to the ears. And they just look at you and say, Rashid, yes, they were here. Let me think now, Rashid, yes, opulent bugger. Bought a carrot to chew because he likes to do that, and then... Oh, yes, sorry, he saw some folks just up by that alley, and they were in discussions and disappeared down there. You might want to go check down there, who knows?
Did you say he likes to chew on a carrot?
Oh, yes, his in tune with his roots, shall we say. With Rashid, he likes to just buy standard fruits and vegetables and just chew on them. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do from the wars.
Is he nicknamed Lucky by any chance? Is he a potentially an ADHD rabbit from a certain mum shot?
Do I believe his story?
Make me an insight check, please.
Yeah, apparently I do. So it's 11.
You would believe the story, yes.
Cool.
I have a new favourite voice of yours, Matt, by the way.
Is it my elderly character voice?
Yep. It's replaced Fresh Fish for me.
But the elderly Fresh Fish. Fresh Fish!
Thank you. We shall go and see. That is...
most welcome. Would you like anything to eat along your way? And simple fruits and vegetables? Maybe an orange or two?
Yes. How much would be a small bag of oranges?
Would you call it one copper piece is fine for just one bag?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I shall buy a bag of oranges.
Well, thank you very much. Finest, fresh every day.
A pleasure meeting you.
And you, my feline friend.
Yeah. I'll... the other two will be behind me, so let us go and check the alleyway. Before we go in, try not to make too much of a disturbance. Let's see if we can see if something may have happened. And keep your eyes out.
Okay.
Can Jill go and see? First of all, is there anyone in that alleyway?
Okay, make me a perception check, please. As you look to see, sort of peek your head on the corner. Okay, with advantage.
As we enter the alley, can I go, shh, we're hunting rabbits.
As you just hear Carl go, which is sort of a strange laugh.
That's another dirty 20, that is.
Another dirty 20. As you peek your head just around the corner, it appears empty. And even though it's an alley and it's mid-afternoon, it's still not that dark. With sort of the blazing sun beaming down on Zumkar. Yes, there are silks hanging above, but you can still see pretty much all the way along this alley before it turns a corner. There is nobody down here.
Are there any... Is it a well-travelled alleyway, or are there distinct footprints in it, and not just grooves of many people?
Make me a survival check, please.
A survival check. That's dog shite. 19.
19.
Just saying, I'd be looking into signs of like a scuffle or something.
Yeah.
Things I would identify from
absolutely.
coming from a fight.
Make me an investigation check then, please, Carsis. So,
I
Jewel,
will
you
look
get
for
the impression
pieces
this
of
is
carrot.
not... make me an investigation check as well, Lex. So, Jewel, as you sort of look and figure out, this does not look like a well-travelled alleyway. You see only a few different sets of footsteps, if anything.
Cool.
Investigation checks then, please, Carsis.
15.
4.
15 and a 4 for Lex. So Lex is looking for bits of carrot. You see fuck all. Carsis, as you, with your 15 look down, you do see significant signs of what you would recognise specifically as a scuffle with your training in fighting and how it looks like when people are battling each other. You also now notice a few droplets of blood. And they seem to carry on up the alley. A little blood trail.
Well, whoever was here certainly going to a bit of trouble. You can see there's some blood here. Seems to be a trail, so...
Jill will then get her magnifying glass out and start looking at the treads, the scrapes and the blood, trying to understand, trying to see. Carter's has clearly seen it. Jill hasn't seen this very much, so is now trying to sort of glean some more information and learn from it.
Okay.
Is the blood warm?
Please. Ooh. I will say with your investigation check, as you place your fingers down, you're in a warm city. This doesn't feel abnormally warm. It feels like the same temperature of the surroundings. But great question. Love that. Take a point of inspiration, actually, for that one.
Hey,
nice.
I like the outside thinking. Or out of the box thinking.
Out of the box thinking. Us. So, it's another... No, it's not another. It is... I thought it was a dirty 20. It's not. I can't do math. It's 18.
18. As you now get your magnifying glass and start to look down and around and sort of investigate this, you realise there are 3 distinct set of footprints in this scuffle area, or 3 different types or sizes of shoe, at least. And you can then see where the blood trail goes. There are also then 2 sets of footprints and drag marks.
In the other direction in the alley than when we came.
Heading into the alley, yeah.
You said the alleyway goes that away and then turns a corner.
Then turns, yeah.
Well, Cassis, you're absolutely right, and by the looks of this, at least someone was dragged off, and I think we do not have to... I've seen it in person to know which one was unfortunately dragged. Do you think that they are literally going to be at the end of this alley, or are we going to... I'm just trying to think if we are conspicuous walking down here, or should we perhaps act like we have made a wrong turn?
Or we can walk without anyone seeing us.
Yes, that would be even better. Jules also then had the idea of looking up. Is there a way of getting up to the roof?
As you look up, yes, there are. You reckon you could probably climb up over where these silks are sort of strung between the buildings. You reckon you could use the screws with the eye holes in that are used to secure these silks above. You reckon you could probably climb up them and eventually get up onto the roof if that's what you want to do.
How tall is the roof?
Probably, well, it does vary between buildings, but the one immediately next to you is probably a good 7 or 8 feet high. It's not massive. Single story building, but that does then go into multiple story buildings as well.
I am not particularly comfortable going straight down this alleyway, but I have a plan to potentially get a bird's eye view. Is this a problem to either of you? I can come back if I find anything, or not.
If we need a bird's eye view, is it easy?
Cassis, you did. Yes, sorry, you did say something before. I was looking up at the roof. Lex, I also interrupted. My apologies.
All I was going to say is, if you want an aerial view, Card could provide that.
That is potentially good as well.
What do you think that'd be? Would you be less conspicuous than Card?
I don't know. I would perhaps try and be as quiet as I can up there. Usually I'm fairly unseen.
Okay.
Well, being up top is probably best anyway, especially if you're trying to stay out of a fight or out of range of a fight, I suppose.
Then it is exactly where I would
first,
like
folks.
to be.
Carsis likes being on top.
To avoid the fight? I shall see you both in a moment, one way or the other. And just without another thing, Jewel would just like to jump up onto the first roof and then get as high as possible. He's going to then get, even if it does mean getting higher, to look at the alleyway we can't see.
Make me an acrobatics check, please.
Sweet. Don't fail me now. Could have been worse. 14.
14. So you do manage to sort of swing and climb your way up and eventually get up onto the roof. And as you get up onto the roof and begin to wind your way towards the other alleyway, we're going to take a short break.
Ooh.
Mainly because I really need a wee.
See you in a minute.
Hey, yo.
Hello. And we're back.
We are back. We've all had a snack. We've all had a wee. I've had a wee, more importantly. The one thing I forgot to say right at the beginning, or not forgot, I was deciding whether to say it at the beginning or say it now, but I'm going to say it now, is a very happy birthday to my wife, who doesn't necessarily watch this show, but I would feel bad if I didn't at least acknowledge her birthday. So, happy birthday for yesterday, babe. Love you lots. And yeah. So, Jewel has climbed up onto the roof of buildings.
She's also trying to be quiet.
Okay, so make me a stealth check as well.
Lex,
are you sending... Right, that was going to be my next question.
Shut up.
That's fine. Jewel just there like, fuck off.
It'll be another dirty 20.
Nice. So Jewel not only scampers up the side, slips a couple of times with the roll they had, but makes it onto the roof and is very low to this roof, sort of using the feline agility that Jewel has and just sort of stalking along. Lex and Karsis, what are the both of you doing? Are you now following the alleyway or are you waiting for Jewel's signal?
Do you think we should wait for her to get back before we approach, just in case?
Well, yeah, but I also don't want her to get into trouble and then we don't know about it.
True. So, what do you suggest? Should we advance?
Yeah, maybe we stay a little bit quiet.
I'll try.
Walk on your tiptoes. We make our way ahead.
And we'll walk on my tiptoes.
Okay. Both of you make me stealth checks then, please. If you're doing this stealthily now.
Oh, Jesus, this dice is not doing well.
Time for the dice jam. 7.
Where's my stealth? 10.
10. Okay, the both of you make your way along this alleyway. You think you're being quiet. Jewel, as you stalk across these roofs, you can not only hear the shouts of the bazaars around you, but then you also hear this shuffling in the alleyway down to your left. And as you peek your head over, you can see your friends, Lex literally on tiptoes, just sort of... And you can just hear the duster coat behind him, just... in the sand. Karsis, as they sort of wander down this alleyway, there is then just this ting as their sword clatters against one of the sides of the buildings.
Jill just rolls her eyes and then just carries on to looking over the other side.
So you make your way to the corner and then peer down. Make me an investigation check with disadvantage, please, given your height.
It wasn't bad. Investigation 15.
15 with disadvantage is pretty good. So you
11
still
over
see
13.
this sort of drag mark and then the two sets of prints and also the tiniest marks in the sand, which you think are still those blood drops. You also now notice that there's a cart up against this edge, or up against the edge of this alley, with a load of skins and throws in there, so furs and different fabrics. It looks like that's been disturbed.
The stuff in the cart or the cart?
Yes, stuff in the cart.
Oh, shit. And that's around where we saw the scuff marks. Do I then see past that cart?
The scuff marks lead past that. Yes, you do see past that cart. You can still see the 2 sets of prints. The drag mark is lessened significantly, though.
Okay. I'll wait for the 2 elephants to make it to the corner of the...
Lex and Carsis do approach the corner, and Lex sort of trips over his tiptoe momentarily and then stands up. And the 2 of them sort of look around the corner. See this cart?
Do either of them look up and see me?
Well, I can look up. I doubt I'll see you.
Make me perception checks, please, as you look up then. I'm going to give you advantage because Jewel is looking over at this point rather than being stealthy.
Sure. Great. Natural 20.
Nice.
7.
So Lex looks up and is just like, the glare of the sun.
Although
Whereas
I'm pretty sure my natural 20 still doesn't beat the stealth check from Jewel because it's a 17.
So nat 20 though, we'll take it. So Carsis, you do look. I mean, you can just see this sort of shadow up on the roof, and this is a 2-story roof at this point now. So you can just about see where you think Jewel is, at least.
Jill will point towards the cart.
Yep.
And wait to see if Carsis gets that. And if not...
Yeah. Yeah, I will
give every opportunity for chaos here, Dave, and luckily somehow just on it.
I will start moving towards the cart.
Very good. So as you then approach the cart, Carsis, I'm going to ask you specifically to make me an investigation check, please.
I can do that. Can I? 10.
10 is enough. As you sort of approach this cart, it's very obvious that the contents have been sifted through and moved. So they're not stacked as such as you imagine they would have been in this cart. They've been thrown around, and it's almost like somebody was searching for either a particular fabric or something specific within this cart.
Okay. What was left, by the way?
What was left? A number of different skins, rugs, maybe a curtain or 2. It just looks like various different fabrics. Nothing of note, I'm going to say.
Okay. I'll turn back and turn up and say, coast seems to be clear, but someone definitely moved something from this cart.
Looking further past, am I starting to see that this alleyway goes back onto a normal thoroughfare?
You do notice that at the end of this alleyway, it does open back into the bazaar proper.
So, alright. Jewel will then
Make me a
look over...
perception check, Jewel.
Come on. Okay. 16.
16. As you look where this alleyway sort of heads out and look further beyond the bazaars, you see it heads out towards the dock area.
Oh, fuck. Right. Oh, man. What the... Oh. No, okay, yeah, I'm going to go with my original. Joel wants to go back down to the other group, so is going to try and... It's still a narrow alleyway-ish. I know there's a cart in it, so it's not that one. But
it's big enough to fit a cart and maybe a person next to the cart.
So yeah, he's going to basically jump down to the wall the other side, to the wall beneath her, and then hopefully land on what looks like blankets.
We're going to do a Mario wall jump. Fantastic. Make me an acrobatics check, please.
Sweet. Let's use the grog dice for this for some hilarity. Yeah, that didn't go swimmingly. 15.
Why would you use the dice for a big lumbering fool? Who is also my favourite character in CL1.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
Anyway, so you do manage to sort of bounce and then land in this cart. And as you land and settle yourself, there's then this moment where you just hear this... and the cart collapses in on itself.
Well, I hope no one was in there.
Well, we didn't hear anything, so probably not. But
from where I was looking from up there, it was dragged to here, and then less dragged from here. Does that seem to make sense? It was more, I don't know, but possibly more compliant, or I'm unsure. But did you find anything? Was it just turned over?
No, it just seemed to. Yeah, it just seems to be that they follow along, and there's definitely seems to be something missing, but they've only been. Well, this cart was carrying nothing of note. Maybe whatever's here was just taken.
Is Better Off did say that he was in quite luxurious robes, so I wonder whether they just very quickly wanted to cover him up. He's probably quite obvious. That is the only thing I can think of. As you say, these have been turned and looked through, so they don't seem like they are of anything, and that would help them to cover someone up and make them inconspicuous.
It makes sense to disguise a hostage.
That way also is back to the ships, the arbor. So I'm actually slightly concerned he may have already been attempting to leave the city. Do we?
We got Romeo at the docks. Surely he will spell something. Do you think?
Perhaps, but we are also looking for a possibly. Well, we can inquire as to whether they have seen 3 people, one of them not looking so good, and go from there.
We've got sending stones. Did we leave one with the magistrate, or is this one with Romeo's on the ship? Can't remember.
Just with the magistrate, I believe.
One is with the magistrate, one is with yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, let's go out of the alley and see if there is anything else. Maybe a mark that was left or something.
Now I'm closer. These look like also some blood trails again, so maybe we can continue to track these for as long as we possibly can. I know that as soon as the moment we are out of the end of that alley, it is going to be a folly. But it is our best choice, as well as possibly asking for, yes, have they seen 3 people, one possibly being half-carried?
Mm-hmm.
It is at this point when you look down, you notice that at the cart is where the blood drops stop.
Yeah, they must have used the rags to cover him up and stop him from bleeding. Oh well, then let us see where the end of the alleyway is. that is going to be of some help, I suppose. Joe's going to jump ahead and try and get to the end of the alleyway.
Okay.
I'll follow.
So you get to the end of the alleyway, and it opens out now into the bazaar, where you see there are a number of stores that are starting to close. But as I said, this is a very busy city and something of a city that doesn't really sleep. And some of the stores just seem to stay open with people changing shifts. As you look out now from where this alleyway and immediately out in front of you, you've got the bazaar in front of you and then the docks. The only thing apart from the Ebon Mirth that stands out by the docks is this singular, decrepit, dilapidated warehouse of sorts.
Foreshadowing. Are there any stalls close by the alleyway exit?
Yes, there are a number of stores. I would say there were 2 stalls, one either side.
And I will go to one that is still open. I will pick the right if that's the one that's open.
Yep, fine.
Excuse me, did you see anyone come out of this alleyway a while ago? Possibly 3. One may well have been looking worse for wear.
Let me just check this. Sorry. No, but you said what? The alleyway. Yes, people. I mean, people come and go all day. And more specific. Sorry.
Perhaps 3 people. One.
Show the picture.
Thank you, Lex. I got a little excited. One of them would have looked like this. I'm going to show them the picture.
Rashid? No, they've... last I saw them, they were by the components and wandered somewhere. 3? No?
Is that... oh. Was perhaps a group of them who possibly came past a few hours ago? Forget Rashid for the moment. We are simply looking for a group who dropped something in the alleyway. We believe.
Neat. Well, the only thing I know of down there is the cart with all the fabrics on for this one. Might want to chat to them.
By all means, that is very kind. Thank you. I'll go and try the other one.
Sure. And as you now approach the stall on the left-hand side, you see this stall of fine silks and cloths and rugs. There is a carpet that actually, now you step forward and notice, hovers like an inch above the ground, almost by itself.
Bye now.
As you step round and give this carpet some skepticism, a very portly gentleman with this sort of like shaved head up to a point and then that comes into a ponytail that forms down. My friends, you come for carpets or curtains or silks. How can I help you?
I must admit, I have just travelled from the other side of the bazaar, and I passed your cart. You have some wonderful things in the carts. As I can see on your display, this is wonderful.
Thank you. You wish to purchase?
I am perhaps looking for something in particular. However... you know what? It was one of a recent acquaintance of mine who has told me of your wares. Their name is Rashid. Do you know them?
Rashid, he sometimes stops by. He sold me this here. Nice carpet. magical properties used to float and fly. If you wish to soar across the Zumkarian skies, finest carpet in all of Zumkar.
That is incredible. I am.
I could take you to a whole new world. It looks fascinating.
I love how proud Danny is of himself with that one. That was fantastic.
Oh my God in heaven, that was brilliant.
Back in the room.
I am amazed that you are, with such fine wares, you are happy to leave them in the alleyway back there. I presume not many people would know that is back there. That is incredibly brave of you. These are just truly amazing pieces you have here.
Oh, no. I do not leave my wares unattended. 2 guards, always there, always there.
We have just come from that alley. There is no one there.
Oh, no. Sorry, my 2 guards carry carpet for buyer, not 2 hours ago.
Then perhaps that was what Rashid was telling us about, this carpet. You don't know where
I'm not sure why Rashid would be involved on this car. It's just simple luxurious. Oh, well, I suppose maybe trade to. No.
He did say that it was not usually his style. However, it was for something that we were looking for. It was a recommendation, and he did say that we needed to. He had seen it and to come to see you.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Yeah.
God, that was so nearly good, and it's fucking balls. Cockend 7.
Red wine makes Dave sweary.
No, working all day on the electrics of the house makes Dave sweary.
I am not sure Rashid would be interested in this. No, not his sort, even this. What are you? Why are you so interested in my wares? Look, this is all legitimate business. What is your purpose?
My apologies. We have simply arrived in the city but a few hours ago, and we had an acquaintance who told us about, introduced us to Rashid, and clearly we are not used to the area, and my apologies. Yes, it certainly was that carpet that we were looking for, but if you do not have it anymore, then perhaps we need to look elsewhere. I mean,
if you are interested, then please head. They went towards... Well, actually, they went towards that warehouse, and I'm not sure why. That has been abandoned for months. My warehouses are other side of Bazaar.
Then perhaps I will check if they are still there, and that I can... if it is, I will come back and will purchase it from you. That is very kind. Thank you, and have a good day.
We did not agree... Oh, shit. As you wander off.
Back into the other thing.
So, excellent. Are you just reporting that back? Any conversations, or are we moving on?
Well, I don't want to get right up to the warehouse. I just wanted to get away from him so we could then have that frank conversation. Lex Cassis.
So you wonder... Carry on.
I believe we were starting to piece together. 2 of the... that gentleman usually has 2 guards looking after his cart, and they were seen leaving here with a quite a large carpet, presumably big enough to aid a person, a body. Let us hope it is still a person. Into that warehouse, and it is not his. He is quite he was a little busy, but he, now come to think of it, does not know why they would have gone in there. I think we need to stake that place out. Unless, Cassis, you would like to go in great guns, at which point I am out.
Well, not quite. I think looking a little bit inside without pulling attention could be quite useful.
Reconnaissance makes sense.
Then, I know it is my thing, but maybe I shall, let us stake the place out and see if there is any way in. But I am concerned that us just looking in through the windows may look a bit odd. Perhaps I do need to get to higher grounds, or maybe Cog can start looking.
I may have something, maybe working on something that might help with that.
Then please, anything. From the sounds of it, and I may be overthinking it, but time is of the essence with him.
All right. Any essence of time? I'm going to take out my sword from my back, and I start like uttering a few words whilst just like twisting the sword, and as I'm twisting it, like it's catching the light of the sun, and it's like the reflection is like traveling along until at one point I rotate in such a way that the flare of the blade like impacts your eyes, and by the time that clears, I'm no longer there as I cast invisibility.
Yeah, maybe.
Wicked. Oh. Where did he go? There you go.
Did you teach him how to do that?
No, I most certainly cannot do what they just did. That was...
I am still here. I'm
Go!
just invisible.
Use.
I must say, Jewel, it is nice to get the drop on you for once, as opposed to the other way around.
Is this what it is like?
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to your nipples, because I probably...
It's quite I always talk to his nipples, don't you? Flip that.
That is, Jewel. That is actually my ass. I will come back. And I will. I'll go into. I'll go and look through the window once Matt has recovered.
He's gone. End of stream. He will not recover.
Shit and
See you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Totally not expecting that. Fuck me. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Whew.
Cog's looking really confused because he's got true sight, so nobody's ever been invisible ever.
Yeah. He's like... He's right there.
What do you mean you can see him? He's invisible. Oh.
A wing clips Lex across the ear as you hear "they" in your head.
Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Cog. Must learn the protocol. Cog, keep an eye on him then. And then Cog will kind of, like a drone, will follow you from a safe distance.
I think like an invisible creature being followed, just something here.
Well, as Cog then flutters off, there is a shimmer, and Cog goes invisible.
What?
Does he?
He does.
Fuck me. I didn't know he could do that.
Either that or he's just gone through an illusion.
Revelio.
Wrong game. Oh god. Right. So, Cassis, you wander towards the warehouse, and you can feel Cog fluttering next to you, but you can't see it. As you approach the warehouse, it looks dilapidated. The sandstone walls are crumbling in places. There is still a wooden door as such, but it looks like itself, half of it's sort of broken in. You can actually see through the door into this abandoned warehouse where parts of the walls are patchy as well. The roof is actually broken in places, letting shafts of light through. As you approach and look in, it appears empty.
Okay. Any light sources?
So as I say, there is shafts of light shining through the broken roof. And as you look inside, you can see what looks like a number of old and broken crates, barrels. Doesn't seem to be anything in them, but just generally broken.
Okay. I will then walk into the warehouse to have a closer look at these barrels, see if they were broken just by time or, impact.
Okay. As you open the door then and walk in, a random person just wanders by and the door opens by itself and you just see them stop. Look. I didn't see that. And continues wandering by. As you wander in then, make me an investigation check. Okay. The first set of crates you come to, you look through these and they were clearly once held something, but they are now starting to rot in themselves. The wood is very much aged. Doesn't seem to be anything of note around this area. I will say you were only in the beginning bit of the warehouse. You sort of walk through the door, turn left, and there's just these crates that you've started to look at.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit further in, see if I can hear anything. Or
make me a perception check then, please.
Oh, that you roll well. 16.
16. As you sort of look around and begin to listen, you don't hear anything as such, but you do notice one set of crates where the ground is freshly disturbed. And it's almost at the... And in fact, sorry. It's almost at the farthest right of this warehouse.
Okay. In that case, I'll move towards the crate.
Okay.
And I will... Does it look like the crate was, dragged to cover a spot or something?
Yes.
Cool. In that case, I will look around, make sure I'm alone, and then I will move the crate myself.
Okay. You still hear the fluttering of wings next to you, but don't see anybody around, and you just slide the crate across, and you find a disturbed patch of sandy ground where there is a very distinct square outline in it.
I put my hand. Does it feel like a trapdoor of some sort?
You put your hand down and reach around and you find a metal ring with a handle. And yes, you find a trapdoor, effectively. Or a hatch, I should say.
I'll sort of say out loud. Seems to be safe, so you might want to bring them in before I go downstairs alone.
Okay. You feel Cog sort of... And as you turn around, Cog gets a certain distance away from you and becomes visible again. And flutters up through one of the holes in the wall and then out to the other two, where Cog approaches you, Lex. And you just hear this.
Gosh,
In your head is...
door.
Yeah, exactly.
Then let's go. After you.
Lead the way, Cog.
So the two of you are led by Cog across the bazaar into the warehouse, where the door is still slightly ajar, and you peek your head in and you see nothing, but you do see a crate that is off to the side, and some distinctly disturbed earth or sand nearby.
Is it this way, Cog? Okay. He'll lead us towards where Cassis is.
Yeah, and lead you to where that crate has been moved and where that patch is. And again,
I'm still here.
as Cog gets within a certain distance of Cassis, turns invisible.
I gotta ask him how he does that.
Cassis, what have you found?
There seems to be a trapdoor of some kind, and I will lift the ring, so you just see the ring moving by itself. So I thought it would be helpful to have you here before I head down.
There is a very good chance, just like the other door under the temples, that the sooner we open this, people will know we are there. But we have got to go. You believe that he's been taken this way, I assume?
It seemed to be freshly disturbed, so makes sense to know I've seen anything and only see this now.
Very good. Cassis, could you describe where you are? Because I am going to get my crossbow out, and I would hate to shoot you in the butt.
It's alright, I'm pretty hard to hit anyway.
Challenge accepted.
You know.
You have massive juicy buns, so it's quite a target.
So
cool.
I will get my crossbow out and point it at what is essentially going to be the door as it's opened.
I'll open it.
Loaded
Okay,
as well.
Just point an empty crossbow.
You open this hatch and you see a rather rickety looking wooden ladder that descends down. I need everybody to make me perception checks, please.
7.
Yes. 15.
14.
14. Jewel and Lex, then you hear this. Shh! Someone is coming. Hide him. Act natural.
I will use message to say to Cassis and Jewel separately, so 2 messages. They know we're here.
Okay. Cassis, are you descending?
Yeah, I'll reply, well, they don't know I am, and I'll just head down.
Presumably you also say that outside as well, as in out loud.
100%. Align the scourge be uttered.
Very well. Well, I think now is the perfect time to load up the Albert map.
Yay!
Oh, good.
Let's go.
Almost 7 a minute.
I would like to remind Lex as well that I haven't shared mage armor yet. By the way. I completely forgot to do that.
And I didn't do aid.
Nope.
Cool.
We are really good at D&D. Really good.
It's boring if you do it well.
So, Cassis, as you descend the ladder invisible, you see 5 individuals around a wooden table at the far end of this room that you descend into. That there's very little light in here apart from a single candle, if you like, that is on the table itself. There's giving out enough light to light up this whole area, but it's not great light. There are 2 soldier-looking types and 3 other individuals that are in these strange red robes, one of which has this black mantle around their shoulders. And you notice the 2 soldiers have just turned from the table and they're looking avidly towards the ladder.
I thought you said somebody was coming.
So, can I stay at the top of the ladder? And can I cast aid on me, Jewel, and Karsus at the bottom of the ladder? It's got 30-foot range.
Absolutely.
It's only 5 hit points for now, but better than that.
Tokens.
Do I see?
Absolutely.
Do I see? Sorry, what's his name? Sorry.
Rashid.
Yeah, not
Rashid.
No.
Okay, interesting.
But make me a perception check.
11.
In the dim light, you can see, based on what you now know, there are 3 sets of sort of material, fabric-based material. There is one in this corner, one over here, and one over here. So almost in 3 corners of the room, because I appreciate we've not got the map on the screen right now. But yes, 3 corners of the room, sort of furthest down to your right, furthest down to your left, next to the wooden table, and then almost immediately to your left. So now the map's up over here.
Okay. I would like to move to what appears to be the big one. No, that's a lie. I'm going to move to the one that's closest to them.
You can move to the one that's closest to them. Make me a stealth check with advantage, please.
Uh, 17.
17. I've just rolled a d20 3 times and rolled 666.
Nice.
Oh no! That's
Can
it.
we all panic? Can we all just panic a little bit, please?
Don't panic, Mr. Manic. No, lucky we didn't panic.
That dice is going to hell, quite literally. You can fucking stay over
look,
there.
as Asmodeus just descends upon...
Well, you lot are new.
So you make your way then over here, and you can look at the bundle. Make me an investigation check, please. They don't seem to notice.
Great. 17.
17. It certainly looks like there is enough room for a humanoid to be hidden underneath this. It's difficult to tell, though, because there are a lot of rags and fabrics on top. Without directly interacting with it, it'd be difficult to tell if there is anything underneath it.
What's the what does the ancestry of these individuals look?
So the 3 individuals in the red robes, you can't really tell because they are in robes with hoods up. The 2 soldier-looking types. One is a half-orc. The other one looks half-elven.
Okay, they all have dark vision. I can't just blow the candle off. Okay. This is silly. What are they talking about? Are they just looking at the ladder at this point?
They all look like they're on edge. Nobody's really talking. On the table from where you're stood, you can see papers rolled out. There's a lot of writing on this, very few, despite what is on the map, very few diagrams as such, but it looks like there's a lot of writing. Almost looks like there's a contract being agreed.
Interesting. All right. I'm going to move back to towards the ladder, but stay within like 60 feet of the bundle of clothes. It's not clothes.
Rags.
That's not the word I'm looking for. That's the one. Yeah.
So
Actually, I can do 90. So stay within 90 feet.
90.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And I could have done that the easy way. Move you to there. In fact, we'll put you there just to be on the safe side. Make me another stealth check with advantage.
I shall do that. 18.
18. Very good. So you then scamper off back towards the ladder. What's everybody else doing? What are we all doing?
Well,
I have a plan, but
as I Cog didn't go in with Karsus. Lex, when do you think we should go in?
We're not invisible. If there's people down there, won't we give up whatever strategy he's employing?
They know that someone is coming, so we can either go down and and be obvious and be like hello, is somebody there, or we can just barge in. But I do not know what is down there.
We might be able to make a distraction actually and give Karsus the advantage. Okay, I'll go down. I'll start to descend the ladder.
Oh boy.
Okay. As you descend the ladder then, Karsus, you see the minute these two soldier-like individuals see feet descending down the ladder and both of them draw blades. And
I will draw mine, but stay waiting.
Very slowly, yeah, that's fine. This individual here.
It was silly of you to chase us down here, my friend. I don't know who you are, but you will not be leaving.
Everybody roll initiative, please.
Yes. There it is. I just threw that nearly across my desk. That was brilliant. I didn't
It sounded like you smashed a plate.
Nowhere near my dice tray.
Dave just got the dice and went,
slam it. Oh, man alive. Yes, right. Mine is... I don't know what it is about the 20s at the moment, but 20.
I rolled 6.
20. Karsus?
19.
19. Okay, so the order is going to be, Jewel, Karsus, Lex. And of course, Cog takes its turn at the end of Lex's turn. Cool. So we are straight into it then. Jewel, you hear this from above. And technically you are up first.
I am up first. It's just get us
you're
all
at
up.
the top of the ladder currently.
Okay, so just so that I understand the distance between Jewel and Lex in terms of what distance it will use for me to get there. Let's start there.
About 10 feet down.
10 feet down, and as we've just seen there, that's a hell of a distance. So, and it's dim lighting in there?
Yeah, it's dim light, but you've all got dark vision, so you're fine.
Yeah, it's more about the fact that can they see me, motherfucker? Which they probably can. Ooh. Alright, can I try 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Oof. I'm gonna... Unless I can do some sort of leap and not quite need to use the ladder, you'll have to let me know. But I'm going to try and get all the way over to these barrels. I don't know whether that will be within my 30 feet. As I say, I think if I get down there...
This square here.
So... it'll have to be... yeah, I'll use my feline agility and just make sure that I get right there. So, no problems.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to make me an acrobatics check.
Yeah,
just as you sort of swing off the ladder. 10 feet drop, so...
Yeah, acrobatics, natural 20, get in!
Jewel, in this moment, just literally folds down the ladder, gets to just above your head, Lex, and pounces off to the side. And then appears over here.
Well, yeah, I'll get up and behind the barrels. Bonus action hide. So
Stealth
that
check, please.
they hopefully can't find me. Absolutely crap. 10.
10, okay. Let's have a quick look. Okay, very good.
Awesome.
Anything else on your turn?
Looking at either one of the guys around the table, are any of them looking at me? No, I'll change that. Are any of them not looking at me? That's what I meant to say.
The two soldiers are very much focused on Lex right now. So these two individuals are very much looking at Lex. So SA and SB are soldiers, and then the three individuals that begin with C or CF are in these red robes. C is the one that's got the black mantle around their shoulders.
Cool. So I'm going to fire at disadvantage, I believe. Yeah, easy.
It's definitely.
It's within range but disadvantage. Crossbow bolt to SB.
Okay. Roll 2 hit, please.
So, no. 8.
8 does not hit as you just... and it hits that barrel that's in front of SB. It just... into that.
That's my go.
There is more in this room. No shit, you idiot.
That's my go.
Very good. Karsis.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually gonna activate Blade Song.
Nice.
As my
Which will
bonus
drop
action.
the invisibility, Abby.
It technically doesn't because it's not an attack or a spell.
It's not. It's a feature.
Mm-hmm.
Invisibility's still up.
So unbeknownst to them, I'm now in Blade Song. And I will use all my 40 feet of movement to... Yeah, to what? Yeah, just to move towards the rags. So
Which
I will
rags?
go
Back towards that main one, yeah?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yes. And I will actually use my action to dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Fantastic.
So I'll stay there.
Very good. So you get to there. It is then Soldier A's turn, who is just going to, with blade drawn, dash towards Lex. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to there. Soldier B is going to do exactly the same. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to there. That is their turn. Lex.
I will. Now they are. I will look at both of these guys coming at me, and I will pinpoint my vision on them, and then you'll see sort of geometric equations and mechanical cogs that appear above them that will form into this kind of spectral bell and just make the most ear-piercing noise as I cast shatter above their heads.
Oh, what an early level spell that is.
Oh, nice.
This sound of a bell tolling followed by a peal of thunder just sounds out as they need to make
Con 13 saving throws, please.
con saving throws, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Con. That is a 16 and a 15.
So they take half damage unless they're made of inorganic material, which they're not. So.
Okay.
That is 6 thunder damage to both of them.
6 points of thunder damage to both of them. Anything else on your turn?
I was going to go over to Jewel, but I don't want to give away her position, even though they kind of know where she is. So I will. Mouse has been dismissed. That's cog. I don't want cog. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll come over to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cog is going to stay put. He's not going to attach to anyone's face. He's not going to do anything stupid just yet. he's staying in there.
Cog is just whirring around your head right now. Very good. Okay. CFA then is going to... Sorry, I've got this totally backwards. Just need to... That's CA. CB. And that's CF. Sorry, I just had to make a very quick change because I totally fucked something up. Cool. So CF, you then, the first thing you see is this, the barrel where your crossbow bolt was hit. That is going to go immediately light up.
What?
Wow, what?
As they cast light on it.
Oh, bastards.
20-foot radius and dim light in a 20-foot radius. So 10, 15, 20. There we go. So the light is cast there. and that zoom pretty much lights up the whole room. They are not going to move. So that was CF. CA then. Is going to draw this very malevolent looking curved scimitar, and they are just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and stand right next to that glowing barrel. CB. Carsus, I didn't miss you. No, I didn't. I'm fucking...
No.
My brain just went... So CB is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 feet to there. And it's just going to stay there, and they too are going to draw this very malevolent looking scimitar. And we are back round the top to Jewel. What are you doing?
Carsus is still invisible.
Indeed.
So everyone's basically heading towards Lex at the moment.
Yeah.
So going to try and hit SB again. Still a disadvantage, I believe. Yeah. Okay. 14. Pretty low AC.
I cocked up a little bit, but yeah, no, that's fine. I won't do that. So 14 to hit SB.
Yeah.
Will not hit as your crossbow bolt and just skitters off metallic armor.
Okay. So would like to then jump around. Make it jump. Yeah, jump through these crates and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then bonus action hide.
I will allow it. Technically, that probably would have been difficult terrain, but I'll allow it anyway. It's fine.
Got a climbing speed of 30 at the same, so if that helps.
You're not trying to do anything like stupid, so I don't see the point in hindering that too much. But yes, hide. So another stealth check, please.
Ah, that one's better. 28.
Nice.
Fucking spilt stuff everywhere. What a dick.
It's not 28. It's always 26 because I can't count.
Still pretty good.
Pretty good.
26. Very good. They're never going to get anywhere near that, is what I'm going to say. None of them.
Cool.
As I just wipe up my spillage that I've just decided
Spillage!
to throw shit everywhere.
Yeah, that'll be action, movement, bonus action. There's nothing else in terms of... There's no one near them at the moment. No sneak attacks that didn't hit them, so yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Carsis.
I will put myself between the blanket and CF, and I'm going to strike CF with my sword.
Nice. Ooh. So that invisibility is going to drop as you swing to hit then.
I believe it's with advantage because I'm invisible as well.
Of course it is.
Great. That is a... I think it hits. It's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 is going to hit.
Okay. 1d6 plus stuff. 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage.
And as a bonus action, I will once again grab the shadow of my blade and pull it out into my left hand.
Yep.
Because Shadow Blade, and I'm now concentrating on it.
Nice.
Very good.
So, you know.
There we go.
That's
Put
a
that on
me
you.
turn.
That's your turn. Okay, Soldier A, they're not having a fucking clue
Soldier
where
Boy.
Jewel is. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to there. That's
Bloody hell.
technically a dash, so...
Okay.
Soldier B is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. That is going to try and swing twice with this longsword at Lex. Pick a dice, Matt. Any dice.
I'm going to probably use
One.
reaction shield. Do you want me to confirm whether
Okay.
I'm going to use it before?
No. You can use that You can use that reaction whenever you want, mate.
Yeah, but I read somewhere
So
the
it
other
would be-
day that people always use shields after they find out it's going to work.
That's how it does. That's how it works.
As a reaction.
Yeah, that's meant to be the whole point. It's a reaction to someone trying to hit you. So
Hitting you.
I don't care.
Yeah, but what I mean is, do you want to add the element of it being trepidation where I could use it without knowing whether it's going to work or not?
Oh, that is entirely up to you, sir.
Well, I'll carry on then. I'll do it then.
That is an 18 to hit.
Oof.
I will use reaction shield, please.
Oh no!
There we go. Yeah, baby. That is so good.
Tetris blocks.
Tetris blocks do form. The Tetris blocks do form. Is that a concentration spell?
No, just lasts for one round.
Very good. There we go. So your AC improves. The second slice then is less. It's a 13. And then it is your go, Lex.
What do I want to do?
Pull out a 9th level. Sure.
Meteor swarm.
I will. Yes, I will. I will use. With them being so close to me, I'm going to use poison spray. I will use a meta magic option to twin the spell so I can attack both of them with it.
Bloody
Nice.
melt them.
So I'm going to say, Lex, as you open your mouth and sort of cast this spell, your forked tongue just lifts up and these two sprays just divert out. Is that a save? Or
It's a
roll?
con 13 save, yeah.
Con 13. Pick another dice, Matt. Any other fucking dice.
The one that was rolling 6s is fine.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one will be good.
Good.
So con saves, I got an 18 and a 15.
Ah.
So
Half
you
damage?
take no. It says
Disadvantage
you
'cause Lex is
succeed
cool.
on the Constitution. Or take 1d12 poison damage, so you saved as no half damage. Yuck. Let's go straight over your head.
Lucky. They just sort of turn and hide behind, or not hide behind, but sort of use their armour to catch the majority of the spray as it just burns. It's poison, not acid, so that's fine. It just sort of spatters against. Anything else in your
That
turn?
was a cantrip. Can I do a bonus action spell?
Yes, you can.
So I will then do bonus action Dragon's Breath, please.
I'm sorry, they seem like they're the wrong way round.
See you later.
Dodge this.
So the point is, you can use.
Alright, Trinity.
So the bonus action is to imbue yourself. You can't actually spray it out until you use an action. But yes, you use a bonus action to sort of cast Dragon's Breath on yourself.
Ah, alright, that makes sense.
Yeah, that is concentration though, that one.
That one is concentration.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, as you sort of breathe out this poison spray. You then place 2 fingers in your tongue and just wipe down. What type of damage are you going to do?
So, hang on. Just make sure I got that right in the head. So the bonus action, I can give myself the power and use it at the same time.
No. So the bonus action. So it says, as your bonus action, you touch one willing creature to imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy in a 15-foot cone.
So I can't exhale the cone then because I've used my action.
Can't do that right now, but you can on your next turn.
Yeah.
So, as I say, as you sort of brush your 2 fingers across your tongue with a hot pepper, what energy
I'll just use my arcane focus because I haven't got any habaneros with
cool.
me at the minute.
That's fine. So you use your arcane focus. Again, what energy are you choosing?
We've just established I can't use it until my next go.
Okay, alright. You're just picking each turn, eh?
Well, I use my poison spray as my action, and then my bonus action to give myself dragon's breath for next time.
Yeah, you have to pick one, though.
Oh, all right. I'll pick it now if you want. All right, I will choose.
Yeah.
Sorry. I will. I'll go poison. I've started with poison. I'll keep going with poison.
So, as your fingers drag along your tongue just begins to drip with this purplish liquid. Excellent. That is your go. It is then CF's turn, who, having been attacked by Karsis and now seeing Karsis, is going to place a hand up and just say no. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fuck.
Narcissus is not very good at that.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
For the best.
There we go, baby.
18.
18. You feel these bonds of magical energy begin to form around your body, and you just... Not today! As that hold person fails. That will be CF's go. Then over to CA. Having seen you now, Karsis, they are going to divert their attention and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. And they are going to try and attack you once with this scimitar. I've just put my fucking dice away like a knob. That is going to be a grand total of 3 to hit.
Woohoo.
It misses.
No shit, Sherlock.
You said it like you were keeping suspense.
15, 20 to there. And I'm fucking hating this dice tonight. That's a 4 to hit. Sorry, a 6 to hit. And the previous one still wouldn't hit anyway. Very good. They're a bag of crap. Straight up to the top, Jewel.
Realising there's a lot of people. Oh, sorry, I moved your. That was impressive.
Let me lock that in place, actually.
Hang on, mate. I'm trying to work this out. Right. Oh yeah. Cool. So I will switch to the. Is it switching to a? Because I've got 2 weapon fighting, I can suppose hold a dagger, as well as the crossbow.
If you're,
They both have the light properties, how you can do it.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. They both do. They both do. Yes,
Yeah, they do.
both have the light. Okay, cool. So instead of having to therefore switch one out and lose that, seeing that I can do fuck all for Karsis, I'm going to try and help Lex. So, it's cooler if I do it this way around, but I'm going to run 30 feet and then bonus action Misty Step, which will get me there.
Nice.
And I want to Misty Step and just arrive next to SA as I gonna try and stab him in his weapon fighting arm. Is he two-handing this? I'm going for his main hand arm.
Okay, that's fine.
With the dagger. I'm going for not specifically going for a whatever it's called, disarm. Just trying to attack him there. Non-lethal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is then going to be absolute horseshit again. It's 11.
Oh man!
As you go to then, you sort of appear, and almost instinctively, this soldier just spins the scimitar around and catches the dagger. What the?
Bollocks. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Karsis.
Attack.
That was cool.
With...
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's
Would have been cooler.
That's also true. I will attack CF with.
Yep.
With Tear of Sorrow. That is cocked, but it was a good roll. That is not a good roll. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit. As you sort of swing
Right.
and just miss.
And bonus action, I will bring the Shadow Blade. Am I technically in dim light?
Technically, yes.
Advantage on the roll. Fuck, do I need it? 14 to hit.
14 on CF will just hit.
Ho ho!
Very nice. So that's going to be, I believe, 2d8 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 points of psychic damage.
10 points of psychic damage. Shit and corruption. As you then sort of miss with one blade, miss with Tear of Sorrow, and then stab him with this shadow blade. As that shadow punches through the robes and into the body itself, it's blood just begins to pour out around that wound as CF is very much blooded.
I'll just look at him after he said no, and I'll just say, "You're saying?" And I just get ready on my stance again.
Very good. Anything else on your turn?
That it will be my turn.
Okay, SA then, having deflected Jules' blade, is going to try and attack Jewel twice with this longsword. That's shit. That's an 8 to hit with the first.
Thank God for that.
And a 15 to hit with the second.
That one hits.
It's about time I did fucking something. Jesus. So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. Yeah, we'll say we're single-handed it for now. And then SB is going to try and attack Lex. First one is a 15 to hit.
No, not with shield on.
Not with shield. Yes, because you've not had your turn.
It's gone now.
So the second one is then...
No. Lex is at his turn.
no, shield's not on. So if you want to do shield again,
Yep.
If it lasts for a round,
you've had your turn. Yeah, you had
Last
then
until
had
the
your
top of
turn.
your. Yeah, last until the top of your turn.
no, I won't because I can't waste. I can't waste a spell slot. I'm getting confused
Okay.
with my fucking what's
So
going on.
no,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's shield's a funny one. We'll discuss that one offline, mate. Cool. So that first hit is going to be 6 points of damage. Second one is then more. That's a 19 to hit. So you're then going to take an additional 4 points of slashing damage. So a total of 10 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And it is then your turn. And now you have the chance to breathe fucking shit and corruption all over them.
In response to that, I'll take the blow and then I'll just go, and then just poison comes out. Not like a poison gas, like poison liquid.
Ooh.
Trying to miss Jewel, obviously.
I will allow it. That's fine.
And that is
That's a dex
Dex
save.
13 saving throw. How with the saving throws?
First one gets a natural 20.
Of course.
Oh, dude.
Second one gets a 12, though.
Whee!
That's pretty
So
good.
was it core
Roll that
damage,
damage.
and then full damage? So 11 is the full damage.
So 6 and
And
then
then
3.
what? 3 for the other.
And 11 damage. So as you just... You see Soldier B just sort of take all of this and breathes in the liquid, and it sort of leaches into their skin, and they just look. The sword drops, and they just crumple to the side, dead.
Oh, shit.
Soldier
Shit.
A is very much
Soldier
bloodied.
Boy. Let him home.
Damn.
Anything else on your turn?
So he's got a sword, right?
Yeah.
Cog's going to try and knock it out of his hand.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to ask you to make me a strength check for Cog, then, using Cog's stats.
It's gonna be good.
Ironically, he's got better strength than me. But he rolled an 11.
Yep. The sword is still in the hand as Cog just sort of latches itself onto this long sword, and Soldier A is just there sort of waving it around like, get off! It will then be CF's go then, who, having failed with the hold person, is going to, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Motherfucker. He's a cleric.
These dudes are pretty good.
And he's going to cast that just there.
Yeah, yes.
And this takes the form of a black, inky, smoky, malevolent-looking dagger, and that itself is then going to try and attack Karsus. I just need to remember what that is to hit. That's
It's
just
plus
the
Yeah.
plus
Plus the
spellcasting
spell.
modifier, isn't it? Yeah. That's going to miss with a 7.
It does miss. So I just dodge it out of the
And
way.
then as a action and a cantrip is then just going to point a finger to you and cast Sacred Flame.
I would like to point out that with 3 enemies around Karsus and a spiritual weapon, he has not been hit. He is the untouchable swordsman.
They are the untouchable swordsmen.
They
Tank
are.
wizard. Tank
So
wizard.
dexterity saving throw from Karsus, please.
Yeah, that's a problem. Not a problem, but do I have? I don't think I do.
You should
I think
get
it's
some
just-
sort of advantage from Blade Song, I would have thought.
So no, I think it's just for acrobatics. Yeah, acrobatics checks.
Okay.
That is a 23.
Yeah, okay. You take nothing. As this flame-like radiance descends, Karsus just dances out of the way and brings both blades around in very flamboyant, acrobatic manner.
Absolutely.
CA
Bring on show.
then is just going to try and swing with this scimitar.
Oh,
That's a 13 to hit.
It misses.
And then CB with an 18.
I need I might have made a boo-boo. I didn't do a con check for my dragon's breath before I killed that bloke.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
An 18 to hit.
18
It's
to hit.
okay, 10.
Just before he is about to connect, I will bring my elbow to his wrist, and I'll kind of like lock the momentum in place as I'm going to use shield to stop that.
Nice. And no damage. Fantastic. Back up to the top. And with Jewel.
Cassius is like, anything you can do, I can do better.
No, it's just different.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm still going to go for his sword arm with this attack. Actually, that dice hasn't been very good for me, so let's try this one. This is with a dagger. That is better. It's a dirty 20.
That will hit.
So this is, again, I'm trying to go non-lethal. This is purely to attack him and stop him from being able to be a problem. And this is going to be max damage of 7 piercing.
Which is the exact amount of hit points it had left. So as you sort of cut in and just slice across the arm, blood begins to seep out. Doesn't die, because you've not delivered a fatal wound, but drops unconscious.
I'll turn to Lex. Do not kill him. We need him. And then we'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Still can't use that because I haven't actually stopped yet. So that's
fine.
So
I'm going to say A is in the unconscious state, much like you would be, still bleeding out.
Yeah.
But so you've got maximum 3 rounds. Well, not maximum, but around 3 rounds of death saving.
Okay. So yeah. Sorry. May I retreat? Oh no, I can't do anything because I've done my action, haven't I? Fine. Yeah. No, actually, that's going to work out well. Yeah. I haven't used my bonus action, have I? So
no.
I'll dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there we go.
Nice. So you get to there?
Yeah.
Cassius.
I'm going to roll a perception check to see if I heard Jewel say, "Don't kill him."
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5, so I didn't.
Okay. Absolutely not.
Yeah. After dancing around all this damage and putting an elbow to CB's wrist, I will then continue the movement and puncture, sort of like the just above the hip of CF, whoever the cleric is.
Mm-hmm.
With Tear of Sorrow, so that's going to be another 11 to hit.
Does not hit. As you just sort of dance and then glide past, and you cut through the robe, but don't quite strike flesh.
And with that, I will sort of rotate and stab CB with Shadow Blade.
Nice.
Sort of on the shoulder. Oh my god, that is bad. Where's my... so that'll be a 12?
12 is the magic number.
Wow, that's lucky. So 2d8. 14 points of psychic damage.
So as you stab in, you just see the eyes flash. What colour does your shadow blade take? Just pure black shadow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say one of the eyes glows a bright purple, the other one glows a bright orange, as they both just then pop, and CB is dead.
And then I'll just go on guard towards CA and CF. Ready for what's coming.
Bleeds around. Very good. Soldier B then needs to make a death saving throw. Or Soldier A, sorry. One failure.
Many lols.
Lex.
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. And seeing Carsus is surrounded by the two. Let me just check the distance before I do it. Yep. I will then focus on use grab my arcane focus on my hand as an orb starts to form. But what you'll see, it looks like you've usually seen him do sparking energy balls before, but this almost looks like, like when you get a ball with liquid swishing around in it. You can see this orb is filled with poison, and then I'll lob it at the bloodied guy.
Nice.
So do chromatic orb, and that will be hopefully to hit. 12 to hit. That's the magic number, isn't it?
12 doesn't. You're on about CF. Does not hit CF.
Okay, then what I'll do then, because fuck you, I'll use a sorcery point to use a seeking spell.
Okay.
To nice. 20. I'll have another
this
go.
orb comes past and sort of rotates in midair.
18 to hit.
Splashes against
Oh,
CF
that's
for
cool.
all that damage.
With 20 poison damage.
Oh,
Okay, as this orb then just splashes over and you again see this liquid seep in, sort of seeps into the eyes and into the mouth, and you just watch as CF just sort of there, hands still outstretched from the sacred flame, just drops.
Well, so much for not killing him.
Lex got pissed on that one. That was a case of fuck you, are you missing? Pull back. I like to think that was Lex's move, just sort of pull.
Get over here.
Get over here.
I've tipped the balance, some might say.
Brutal victory. Anyway, anything else in your turn, Lex?
No, I'm pretty happy with that.
Good stuff. CA then, having seen both friend and leader die, just no. Literally going to throw everything into a strike at Carsus. With a 13 to hit, just swings down and looks dead at you. You will not get away with this. Cultist B as well. I'm truly dead already. And then up to Jewel.
Just too far away at the moment, I think. Just double check.
Trying to use steady aim.
It's going to be cooler if I do this, though.
Cooler.
What would you like to do, Dave?
Fine. So it's going to be 5, 10,
so cool.
15, 20, and then bonus action Misty Step again. Last one. And as I do, I want to arrive and just stab him in the back with my arm round the arm round his neck and just stab him right at the kidney. So again,
rules.
Non-lethal, but still, admittedly, a mortal wound. If I'm not careful. So let's see what happens.
You're gonna roll a natural 20 now on the hit.
Flanking rules, remember.
Flanking rules. What is that? It is a... Oh shit, it's a 12.
magic number.
What?
12 is the magic number.
Absolute rolling like horseshit trying to attack here. Wonderful.
You do get sneak attack as well because it is engaged.
So that's 2d6. And sorry, I'm just trying to find that. There we go. Right, here we go. 2d6, all that lot. So 12 points of piercing damage.
12 points of piercing damage. You stab into the kidney, twist, and then pull out. This individual just sort of crumples. Eyes roll. Also, now, bleeding out.
Boom.
Anything else on your turn, Joel? I think that's it, isn't it?
Pretty much would be it, but yeah, that would be that I sort of will lower him, not particularly carefully, to the ground, forwards.
Grab and just...
Yeah, but then forwards because
Lay
I've stabbed
down.
him in the back so that he's not bleeding out of the wound.
Yeah.
And then just probably a quick look around. Anyone else?
No one else in the room. So we are out of combat,
Quick, Cassis,
but still in initiative order for now.
help me stabilize him. We need to question him.
I mean, I can try. I'm not good at cutting wounds. I haven't got much experience on that.
Get me get me some of those rags. Just anything. I need to pack the wound.
All right,
You're keeping
I'll start
Melvin
taking.
alive. Should I kill this one?
No, like we need to question both of them.
Okay,
Go look
right,
after him.
Okay. Try.
Yeah, I'll grab some of the rags. Some of the rags that are behind me.
Okay.
Just to,
As
also
you
wanting to
pull-
uncover whatever's behind. Yeah.
So as you pull some of these rags off then and begin to throw them towards Jewel, you reveal a very tanned, tattooed arm. You just pull them off and throw them at Jewel. So there is a body, or at least something underneath it. Anything, so that'll be Cass's go, unless you want to use any bonus actions or anything like that.
No, don't be that.
Okay, Soldier 8, death saving throw, natural 20. Just all of a sudden sort of recovers.
1 hit point.
Which one's that one? SA, nice.
Soldier A, 1 hit point. Eyes just sort of flutter open and immediately reach for the sword. And top of the turn, gonna stab towards Lex then.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
But that's a grand total of 2 on the die, so that'll be 5 to hit as it just sort of misses. Technically should be at disadvantage anyway because prone. And 2 again, so 5 in total to hit Lex as Lex just sort of dashes back.
Congratulations,
So
you are
one
being
hit
rescued.
point for
Please
them.
do not resist.
Lex, what do you want to do then? This individual's just come to and tried to stab you.
I'm trying to save you, you idiot. Fine, if that's the way you want it, and I will just dragon spray poison.
I knew that would happen as well. I could absolutely see it.
Dex 13 saving throw, please. Disadvantage, I believe.
Gets
I don't think they do,
a
actually.
15.
You fail Dex
16,
saves
sorry.
automatically if you're in your fort. No, prone.
No, you actually can still
Not prone, no.
save in prone, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Did you
a
actually
16.
say?
Not even this one.
Motherfucker. Half damage though.
That
It
means
should
you got-
still be half damage.
Yeah.
So that's
He only has
6
one.
poison damage.
You only have
So
one.
as it goes to stab and you just sort of duck back, yeah, this individual's gone.
Oh my god.
He didn't pull through, I'm afraid. I couldn't save him.
Fucking lucky that
As
Joel was
you,
the other
as you
way.
turn around, he's just melting. There's just fucking bones left.
It's just the eyes are bulging, the bodies begin to putrefy naturally, or unnaturally. Sorry. So CA is then going to make a death saving throw. That is an 18, so that's 1 success.
Okay. Now
It is
we
then
might have to have a
go.
look this up, but I believe that I can use my action to stabilize a creature.
You need to make a medicine check, I believe, in order to stabilize.
Yes.
Could we
But
say
then-
that Cassus gave the help action by finding the
Yeah,
rag
so-
and stuff?
Sweet.
Yep. So, I'm gonna so with advantage.
Yeah, and it will need a medicine check. Cool. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. No, it's not all
I think
right.
you want Lex to help because his form of helping might be melting his face.
Cauterize the wound. The wound is the body.
Yeah, cauterize a room with fire damage.
I didn't do very well. That was a 6 and a 7, so that means it's a 9.
A 9, so you do not manage to stabilize on this turn, which is, I'm going to say, one failed death saving throw. Cool. Karsis, you've used the help action. Bonus actions? Nope.
Well, I'll just use the help action again, and I'll just look at. I'll look at Jewel and I say, maybe try not to put your. Well, I'm doing your accent. That just happened. Maybe try and not put your fingers on the wound, and maybe just wrap around it.
Okay.
Yes, I mean I was trying
Lex.
to back it.
Lex, what are you doing?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ignore the
30.
concentration,
Just
it's fine, we know you're concentrating that.
Just moving closer.
Okay.
Sauntering
You guys
at
need-
this point.
You guys need help? Just like poison falling out of your mouth.
That's another one more success from death saving throws for
Oh, nice. This
CA,
guy's
though.
going pretty tough.
Jewel. Are you doing it again? Another medicine check?
Yeah.
Yeah. With advantage again.
That's better. 21.
Nice.
21. This time you do pack the wound and manage to stabilize them to the point where they are still unconscious, but no
Zero hit
longer
points.
bleeding out, no longer making death saving throws.
Yeah, see? Just like I said. Just wrap around it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Lex,
Very
did
good.
how is the other one? Oh, what did you do?
He tried to stab me, so I decomposed him.
Suppose it is fair enough, and it is lucky that I managed to stabilize this one with Cassis' help.
You know what they say? Every action has an opposite and equal reaction, so, it's only right
That
that I...
sounds very much like tit for tat and how you can lose an eye, but yeah, fine, whatever.
But if someone tries to
Very
stab
good.
me, I
So-
would.
You know, I could try and shock him awake if you like. I've seen that before.
Let us find out what we were here for. What were we here for?
Oh, yes. And I'll turn around and start uncovering the arm and the body, hopefully, to which the arm is attached to.
So as you start to lift the rags and
It's just
stuff,
a
the
box of
arm just sort of
limbs.
twitches slightly and moves, and the form, which you now recognise as Rashid, just sort of... Oh, Christ, my head. Oh. Hello.
Hello. We have been hired from your wife. She misses you and she would like to know what happened.
So would I. Where's the sword?
Oh shit!
What sword? The artifact?
And Rashid is just going to look under the table. That one. Bring it to me, would you?
I'll get it.
Mother, I'm faster than you. That's all right.
Anda crawls out from under the table. Got it!
Very good. So as you sort of reach under the table, you pull out this. It is a long sword, but it is slightly curved. And the blade is almost this bluish, greenish metal. In the hilt, in the hilt there is a blue gemstone, and the hilt is wrapped with dark navy blue leather itself. And as you sort of pull it out, Rashid is going to shakily stand up. Here, if you wouldn't mind, boy.
Just checking I've got no extra voices in my head other than Cobb's now.
Nope.
I don't have a sudden urge to kill everyone in the room. Okay. Good.
I mean, apparently you didn't need it.
Very true.
Here you go, sir. I believe that this belongs to you.
Excellent. Oh. Now, if you wouldn't mind taking me back to my wife, and I imagine we can dispose of this one.
Did you want to find out who did this?
Yes, what did they get you for?
Oh, this.
Do you not want to know how they knew that you would have this?
I don't frankly care. It's being sold today. It's no longer my problem. Oh, Christ.
Then,
anybody got any herbal teas on them?
On
No,
the
but Lex
ship.
is a big fan.
I do back
Shall
at
we
the
go
ship.
and discuss?
Sorry, I don't really care.
Well, ship, that sounds fantastic. Let's go discuss on your ship.
Right. I'm just going to grab the contract
so-
that was being
I
signed.
was
at the table.
just about to say I'd stand up.
Just,
However,
good.
I haven't seen it. You're absolutely right.
what do we do with the witness?
Arsis grabs it.
Are we going to leave him alive?
Tell you what we'll do. And he just takes the sword and drags it out.
Jewel, it's just about as that's about to happen, we'll be like, and just point away, just look away.
Just turns, takes some of the rags and just wipes out the blade. Disappointing kill for such a weapon, but anyway. You don't tell any clients that I've used the weapon. Are we understood?
What weapon?
Well done. Right, ladder, let's go.
I'm going
Let
to
us
lean
get you
in.
back to safety.
I'm going to lean in on Jewel, like the weapon that he's holding.
Yes, never mind. I will tell you on the ship.
All right.
Cassis, how about this? Somebody asks you if he used a weapon. If you don't even know about the weapon, then he cannot have used it.
Oh, I see. So it's like a figure. It's like, yeah, you're just
Yes. If you say, you never saw this person, I would say, what person? Yes. You have never been into this room. What room? Yes. Also, if you say that you have never been into a room, or a specific room, then by saying you have never been into it, it entails that you know that it exists. So
this sounds very complicated. This is where I never got how people talk. It's just.
But
Why did they do? Yeah.
think of the secrecy. There is a let's move on. A document. It may well be that if you don't want to know about the document, or you know about it, but you're lying about it, then that is quite a difficult thing. If someone says you have not seen this document, and they say this is a specific name, and you go, no, I've never seen that, then it implies you may well know what it is. However, if you go, what on earth are you talking about, then it is easier for them to believe you. Same thing. What room, what sword?
I don't want to interrupt, but we're in a room full of, 6, 5, somewhat bodies. Do you want to shut up and we'll discuss this on the ship?
Yes, let's go.
We can work and talk. I get you, Joel.
Hopefully that helps. Let's go.
Cassis does not.
Excellent. After you. So you all head towards the ladder and begin to ascend, and Rashid sort of tucks the blade into their belt and then if you wouldn't mind just giving me a quick hand, my head's all over the place today.
Yes, absolutely.
I
will do that.
As a group, you help him up into the upper floor of the warehouse and out of the warehouse and back towards the ship where his wife eagerly awaits. And I think that is where, because we are massively over time tonight, but we will call it for this evening. So Thank you all for bearing with us. I wanted to make sure we finished that fight. And yeah, got to the next phase. So that will be us for tonight, but I hope you enjoyed the session this evening. That was just sort of a bit more standard D&D, a bit more sort of, yeah, let's just throw some encounters in there and some fun. But got to see a little bit more about the characters and what they can do, a little bit more around some NPCs as well, which is all good fun. So yes, that will be us for this evening. Join us again next week, Monday, same time, same place, for more antics, where we will find out what maybe this sword is and what Rashid's been up to and how that fits into the wider story of Romeo's crew. But yes, until then, thank you very much for the subscriptions tonight. Thank you for joining us in chat. Thank you for all the interactions. If you wish to interact with us more, please go and join the Discord server. Check out those homebrews, as I remember how to speak. But yes, I think we may try and raid. So if anybody wants to try and vote for that, then please do so using your capabilities within the chats. But if not, we will see you next week. Until such time, stay safe. We love you all. See you then.